Beauty is always there, but it's not always noticed. But the first time I saw its trace was the day you licked salt water off my face. Because we were at the beach, and I remember how you would sink into the sand as it melted from the heat of your heart, creating streaks that sink deep into the rivers and creeks that carried life and pinkness to my cheeks. And though you could never speak, I knew I would never be as good as you. Because I was only 3 when I first saw the happiness of the sun and the beauty of the rain, and I knew the day that I'd see my first glimpse of true pain would be the day I wouldn't be able to lay your head to rest across my left breast. And most nights you kept guard outside my room, you sturdy slept away all that you want to do, because if not, I know you'd be too guilty to not sleep at my tomb. Because it wasn't until the day that you ran away that I skipped a pebble into a lonely bed of a creek, and for the first time looked up to the sky and began to speak, God, please bring her home to me. Because I wanted to forever hold you. Because I was your Lilo, and you were my Stitches, and I was a girl, and you were my bitch. Then I would watch as I left the red cloud scorched. I found you waiting for me on my front porch. It wasn't until the night that I graduated from sleeping in my parents' bed that I had a nightmare of you leaving, so I went to you instead. I placed my hand where I thought would be your left breast, and I swore I could never lay my head to rest to music while it was playing. But I found myself a seldom sleep as I discovered a new, unheard symphony that somehow felt familiar and sweet. And the moment I swear I could feel Beauty speak. Because it was 1 a.m., New Year's Day, 2014. When I went through an abrupt transition from sitting in the backseat of some dude's car in an awkward get me the fuck out of here position to being curled up in a broken ball in a poorly empty hallway, my hands covered like a mitt, intertwined in her chocolate fur, a woven glove that always seemed to have the perfect fit. Her tummy had filled with blood, and my heart had filled with its lust to smother what seemed to be the brother of Satan who dared lay another finger of a little lover, but it was too late for me to recover. Because if cancer had a non-scientific name, it would be I could go fuck myself, but tonight wasn't the same. Because I had only seen fear in her eyes once in my life, but tonight it was just pain, because she knew the end came, and to think yesterday she was healthy. But her steps were taken stealthy, so while sitting in the backseat of the car to the hospital, we took one last selfie. I swear that night was the most beautiful version of ugly. And as she laid across the stretcher, I could barely help but press her cheeks to my lips as through her whiskers filled shallow wisps that somehow felt familiar and sweet as I held onto her frozen feet. It's time to proceed, the doctor speaks, as she sneaks the IV escape, begins to seep deep into her rivers and creeks as she prepares to sleep, but before she lay her head to rest, I pressed my ear up to her chest and heard her symphony slow its beat. As I released her large chocolate feet and before I head out to the dark street, I started to choke, I could barely speak. If I left her now, would she ever forgive me? I told her how great of a same poem she would be. I looked at her one last time and said, Ruby, the definition of beauty